Presence is that quality of being there in the room and having people notice you for the right reasons. And an important part of that is a strong physical presence. Not an aggressive or arrogant or showy presence, but one that says, I'm here, I'm comfortable, I'm confident, you can see me, you can approach me, and I'm ready to engage with anyone. In this video, we'll look at some tips about how you can cultivate a positive and strong physical presence in a room. The first part of a strong physical presence in a room is place. It's where you choose to stand or where you choose to sit. If you're too far to the side of the room, into a corner, then of course nobody's going to notice you. More than that though, you will look like you're lacking in confidence. You're kind of hiding from the rest of the room. Now I don't say go and stand right in the middle of the room and signal, I'm here, it's me. But when you come into a room, come in confidently, find a place to stand, find someone to engage with, and let people notice you. The second aspect of a strong physical presence is space. If you notice people who have a strong, commanding presence in a room, they seem to have a space around themselves. They let their body spread just a little bit, but what's really going on is mentally, they're enlarging the bubble around them. We all have a bubble around us. We notice that bubble when people get just a little bit too close and we think, oh, I'm not quite ready for that. If you've noticed, the times people get close and compress their bubbles against other people's bubbles are either when they're in a close physical relationship or when they're crushed together on a mass transit system. However, since we've all got a bubble, what you can do when you enter a room, whether it's a large gathering or a small gathering, whether you're meeting one person or many people, is just visualize in your mind your own bubble expanding and expanding and expanding and expanding and pushing out against the edges of the room. Mentally imagine your bubble filling the room. As you do that, you will get a sense of space, a sense of belonging in the room, and a sense of confidence. Number 3 is always to have an upright and open posture. If you stand, for example, with your feet too close together, even though you can't see my feet, you get a sense of that. But as I widen my stance, I feel more comfortable, more solidly rooted to the ground, and therefore I have a stronger sense of physical presence. And the right distance for your feet is somewhere between hip width and shoulder width apart. Beyond shoulder width apart, and you do look like you're standing to be noticed rather than simply confident in the room, and that can put a lot of people off. But narrower than hip width, and you don't feel as confident, you don't look as confident, you don't even look as stable on your feet. And an open posture is one where your body is open. And by and large, for a good, strong physical presence in a room, allow your palms to be back if your hands are hanging down by your side, or downwards if you're speaking and gesturing. A palm up gesture looks a little less confident than a palm down gesture. The fourth thing is angle. The angle at which you stand or sit when you're speaking with someone or engaging with them is important in conveying a measure of presence. Let's start with the simplest case of one-to-one conversations, whether seated or stood. If you are standing square on and facing the other person, that signals the greatest level of attention and presence. Obviously, if you're in a conversation with more than one person, you need to adjust your angle so that you move from one person to another as they are speaking to signal that your attention is going to them and then to the other person. That way you are present for each of them. And if it's a large group, you need to be able to move the angle of your body to encompass the whole room. But if you angle your body and your head differently, like this for example, you will never come across as completely present, because although superficially my attention is going forward in the direction of my eyes, unconsciously other people will pick up that my real attention is going more in that direction, the direction my body is facing, or even in that direction, the direction my foot is facing. The fifth important component of physical presence is eye contact. Eye contact is the way we connect with other people. And again, let's start with one-to-one conversations. Good quality eye contact is where your eye meets theirs, but some people are not confident with extended periods of eye contact. If you're paying attention though, you will get a sense of when the other person is about to feel uncomfortable, and that's the point to break eye contact. There's no golden rule. Although the average is somewhere around 2 to 3 seconds of eye contact at a time makes people feel comfortable, there are some people who can't even tolerate half a second, and there are some who can soak up eye contact and are comfortable with lots of it. Now the simple fact is that it is easy to make eye contact consciously as a deliberate act when you're listening to someone. It is much harder to make eye contact when you're speaking, because our eyes tend to dart all over the place and mentally we search for the right words. If you can discipline yourself to increase the levels of eye contact, but also to break eye contact when you notice the other person is starting to feel uncomfortable, that will give the greatest presence. And when someone speaks to you, why not lean in a little or even take a step towards them? That shows that you're really paying attention. Finally, whether this is mental or physical, I think that the last really important component of good presence is excellent manners. And I'm including this as a physical thing because manners are about what we do as well as what we say. They do betray how we think, but you can craft your manners. Be aware of the cultural norms of the place you're in. And within those cultural norms, exhibit the highest standard of courtesy, professionalism, and good manners. Be polite, be generous, be open, be respectful to the people around you. People will notice that because not everybody is. Also, people will notice you if your manners are not excellent. And that, whilst creating a kind of presence, is not the kind of presence that you want. So there we have it. 6 things you can do to contribute to a strong, powerful and positive presence in a room. Please give us a thumbs up if you like this video. There's loads more great Management Courses content to come, so please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell so that you don't miss any of it. I'll see you in the next video, and in the meantime, keep learning.